Hello and welcome back to the channel. I recently shared a story about an Alabama rapper by the name of HoneyKomb Brazy, whose grandparents were killed because of something he was involved in. It's a very, very sad story indeed, but I had a viewer to share an update with me on that story where the family of the two deceased parties have spoken out. And I must warn you, family, this is one of those things that is going to reveal the raw emotions of a family that is devastated by this loss. I'm going to share this video with you, but I want you to understand that this is one of those things where I talked about you can't allow it to stay in your mind. This is one of those floods that you have to redirect out of your mind, because it will cause definitely stress in your mind if you don't know how to let these things go. These stories continue to happen in the so-called Black community on a daily basis, and although we are not to ignore these things, we also can't allow these things to just rest in our minds and in our souls, because it does damage when you don't know how to release the things that you are seeing or the things that you are hearing. So I'm going to roll the video and I will be right back.
One of the neighbors seen the car pull up and shot into the house, and then the house went in flames.
How are you processing everything right now?
I'm not. I don't even know how to feel. I'm numb.
I mean, do you guys know? Hold on one second. You okay? Do you guys know how this happened?
We don't know how it happened, but we know someone came and did this.
Yeah, we do know.
We do know it was foul play.
Gruesome. Like, no one deserved to be taken here from there like that. Not only our family, no human life. They had no regards for human life when they did what they did. And this just don't make no sense. You have hurt so many lives, daughters, sons, grandkids, great-grandkids. We talking about a couple, that have been together for over 50 years. Everybody knew them and loved them. To know them was to love them. Like, they didn't deserve this. Like, who does something like this? Like, when do this stop? Like, when is enough is enough? Like, y'all done took two innocent people here that live their life and to be their age and to leave here like that. That's crazy.
We ain't got nothing. They took everything. They took everything. My mama, my daddy,
The head.
they was the head and the tail, the roots. They took everything from us. Everything. We will never be the same. It's how they died. It's how they died. It's wrong. They ain't deserve it. They ain't deserve it. They didn't deserve it.
We saw on social media beloved rapper HoneyKomb Brazy was posting about this and how he feels very strongly about his grandparents. Have you guys been in communication with him about how he feels about this?
He broken. He broken. He don't know how to feel. That was his mama, not just his grandmama. She was a mother to all our kids. She was more than a grandmama. He was more than a granddaddy. He was a father. He helped us raise our children. My mama and my daddy did not deserve to die like they did. And we want justice, because ain't no peace. Ain't no peace in how they live here. Ain't no peace. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I want my mama and I want my daddy. And I know I can't have them. I know I can't have them. I know I can't have them.
That we don't trust in the justice system. That the local police, the federal police, and the state police, that all the resources out here, we definitely appreciate that, and that this is definitely going to be solved and find out who did this as soon as possible. Because oh yes, like I say, to know them was to love them.
My mom and dad.
They stayed in this
That was my
house.
mom and dad.
This is one of the oldest sons.
That was my mom and dad. And I just want to say, rest in peace to them. I don't know what happened. But rest in peace to my parents. But I hope y'all know what y'all did, whoever did it. And that's all I got to say. I ain't saying nothing about it.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Oh, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. The victims? Yeah, my aunt name was Leela Francis Jones Lewis, and my uncle name was Tony Lewis, better known as Firehead. So the couple that everyone referred to is Firehead and Leela, and they lived in this house for over 50-some years. They've been in this house. This was my aunt's mom's house that she left to her when she died. They lived in this house for I don't know how many years. Even after they tore down Happy Hill community, the projects, they still was right here. And like I said, anybody that know my uncle know he was funny. He was a jokester. Like he was the life of the party. You never really seen him in a bad mood. So that's why I say that's the hurting part. The way that they died, the type of people that they were. Like she said, they didn't deserve this. Don't nobody deserve this.
I hate to ask you.
Yes.
Has police shared anything with you about what they're doing to figure out what happened as far as investigation goes?
No, not at this time. They just asking us to trust them. It's a process, and let them do what they need to do to solve the case. So like I said, we trust in this process. We appreciate all the resources out here, and we just gonna go from now.
And, you know, the neighbor's house also caught fire. Do you know the people that lived there?
Yes, actually Miss Pearl been out for I don't know how many years as well. Cousin you just interviewed, that's her godmother. That's just how close and tight the family was. And like I said, you shot them, and then on top of that, you burn the house down. Like I say, who does something like that?
And put Miss Pearl's life in danger.
Exactly. Last night when we was out here, we couldn't even see the extent of her home, but just being here in the daylight, just saying it's a blessing that house is even still standing up.
What's the reaction you're getting from the community? I know there was a Facebook Live that's been circulating.
This is a picture of the lovely couple here. I don't know, I'm lost for words. Like, I'm really lost for words. Like, like I said, hopefully we find out real soon and just can be serving whoever doing this can. People like this don't need to be on the streets. People that do stuff like this definitely need to be in prison. So, like I said, we just praying and we trusting in the justice system, man. If anybody know anything, seen anything, even if it's something small that you feel like it won't help the authorities, please, like they say, you can rename anonymous. Please contact the local authorities, and any information that you may have, we will greatly appreciate it.
Can I get your name and how to spell it as well as your cousin's name?
Tanika, that's Tonika Jones, Jones, and my name is Letitia, Letecha Lang, Lang.
And one last question for you. We've seen rumors that HoneyKomb Brazy had to watch everything on Facebook Live.
Well, the world we live in, my opinion on that, because I didn't even see the extent of see the house in flame until I seen it on live. Like, I understand sometimes people feel like they going on live to help or to get in contact with people, but in my opinion, you making the situation harder. Because when I seen how the house was in flame from Facebook, emotion immediately broke down. Like, I just feel like people need to just put the social media stuff to a side and let the family grieve the way that they gonna grieve. And if you really got in contact with people, that's why you got their number, so you can text them or call them versus going live. And I just feel like with everybody saying HoneyKomb this, HoneyKomb that, it's not about what HoneyKomb got going on. HoneyKomb didn't make y'all come over here and do this. Y'all didn't have to do this. This was a choice. So, of course, he's hurt, and I can't probably imagine on how he feel, because it's his maternal grandparents that helped raise him and always been there for him. But people just need to the social media stuff, it needs to be some guidelines and some respect to it, because it just getting out of hand with people going live, trying to contact people finding out from Facebook that I got another family member that's in jail. He found out from somebody that went live, and he called home, and that's how he found out. Like, that shouldn't be the way. You have to find out that your parents or your auntie died off Facebook Live. Or with HoneyKomb Brazy, that should be the way he had to find out that his grandparents had died from Facebook Live in the house being, y'all contacted him while the house is on fire so he can see the house on fire. That's something he'll never forget. We all will never forget. No, he don't.
Okay, family, as you've seen, this family is devastated. They are devastated, and even in watching the video for the first time, I had a really hard time dealing with watching those raw emotions, because you can't get any more raw than that, to lose someone, the backbone of your family like that. This family is devastated, and just like the daughter said, it was also how they died that added a lot of the pain to the whole situation. But it goes back to what I was trying to say before. We have got to be careful of who we are connected to. In this case, it was family. When you know that someone is caught up in something, you've got to sever those ties. You've got to let it go. You cannot allow yourself to allow family ties to put you in a situation to where you could possibly lose your life. If people want to live a certain life, sister, brother, mother, father, cousin, aunt, uncle, friend, neighbor, co-worker, it doesn't matter who it is, you can't allow yourself to be put in harm's way by having fellowship with people like this. So I'm still saying the same thing, that you've got to learn how to cut folk off. If you know somebody's life is questionable and they're doing things that they have no business, sever that tie. Not telling you not to love folk, but this is the end result of someone who was loved, but he got caught up in some stuff. Don't know all of the details of it, but a lot of people are saying that he has had an ongoing beef with others, and those others decided to bring his family into the equation, which is awful. So that shows you the mindset of people today. They don't care. They have no value for you, so they are not going to have any value for your family when you get caught up in things. So my word of encouragement again in all of this is to have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them and rebuke them and separate yourself from them. I'm done with this video, family. Leave your comments below. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, share and like this video. And with that, I'm out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.